All right, welcome back everybody. In our last video, we downloaded a repository from GitHub and moved it into the new repository that we've created and saved those changes and pushed those changes up to GitHub. So all we really have to do now is take a look at our current project, which we have opened up in VS Code, do a quick exploration of our code editor, and make some changes to the files that we've got. Whenever you first open up VS Code, you get this welcome message unless you tell it not to by unchecking this box. And so I'm just going to close this for now and open up one of the files by hovering over it in the sidebar and clicking on it. And this is the index.html file. Your VS Code editor might look a little bit different than mine. In fact, it probably does. I have configured my preferences in the preferences menu. I have applied a color theme. I've installed a whole bunch of extensions. And another way you can get at this is through the command palette, and you can just type in theme and work on a color theme or extensions. These are like plugins. Or you could just search up preferences and open up the user settings, and you have all kinds of customizations that you can make in your settings. But for the most part, this code editor is going to become your best tool all semester, so you should get used to using it, whether it looks like mine or however you want it to look. One of the things that you'll notice is I've got two names for the file. One of them is here, and that's the name of this file. And then up in this tab, this file is in italics. And that means this is just a placeholder. And if I switch from file to file, it allows me to preview all of the files that we've got. But if I wanted to open up multiple files, I can do that as well. I just need to make a change to this file by adding a space, for example, and deleting it. And then you'll see that I have a dot next to the file name. And that means I have some unsaved changes. And once I save those changes, this index is not in italics anymore, and that means it's stable. And I can open up the style.css, make a change, delete it, and save, open up README, make a change, delete it, and save. And I can drag these little tabs around, and I can switch back and forth between multiple different files. So that's one of the main navigation tools, is to bring these different files from your sidebar up into your main tab area so that you can work on them. And there are some things you can do, including view it, preview to the side, or open in split view, and there's even more controls as well. So as you get more familiar with your editor, you'll start making better use of the space. There are some controls down the side here that are quite important as well, but for now we're just going to stick on this first one, which is the Explorer, because it shows the folder that we're in and the different subfolders and files that we can work on. As you get more skilled, you'll start making use of more of these things. So really all I want to do in this video is make a simple change and save that change, and then push that up to GitHub and take a look at the GitHub repository to confirm that that change has been made. So inside my README file, I've got instructions on how to do everything. This is the requirements of the assignment. And one of the first requirements is in index.html, and it says the page needs a better title. Think of one and change it to that. So inside my index.html file, I'm going to take a look at the title, which is here, e.g. broken. And this is in the title tag inside the head section of my HTML file. And here in my sidebar, you can see the line numbers, and I could collapse these sections, you can see now this one has a rightward caret, and head is collapsed, and I can open it up, and everything that's nested inside of it is hidden away when it's collapsed, and when it's expanded, everything that's nested inside of it is visible. So the title tag is this here, and if I right-click this and reveal it in the Finder, you can see this file, and this file as an HTML file can open right up in a browser. So I'm just going to right-click on this and open with Firefox, or just easier still, double-click that file and it will open in Firefox. You can see the title is right here, e.g. broken. The title is the label in the browser tab. So I'm going to go back to my HTML file and change this e.g. broken to something like my fixed page, and then I'm going to save that change and come back, and when I refresh my browser, which I do by Command R, on Windows that's Control R, or you can click this little button if you're feeling inefficient. But when I refresh the page, you can see the title has changed to my fixed page. Most importantly, back in my editor, you can see the name of my file has become colored. It's got a different color now. It's peach colored, and in the sidebar it's peach colored, and there's an M next to it, and this means that it's been modified. And even though I've saved the changes, I haven't synced these with my GitHub repository, and I've got a little number here that says how many changes I have to sync. So now that I've made this change, I can go over to my GitHub client, and here it says there's one change file, and it lists what change it is. And you can see in red the old version, and in green what I changed it to. And down here I'm going to add a little message, and that message says changes page title, and then I'm just going to commit that to the main. And once it has been committed, I can push this up to the origin. So this is adding the change to github.com, and as it syncs, it's now completely synced, and I can view this on GitHub. You can see under the index file it says changes page title, and I can view that commit right here. You can see the old version of it and the new version of it. And when I go back to my code editor, you can see that the color goes back to normal, and the little notification that I had an unsaved change is gone, and in my tab bar the color up here has gone back to normal as well. So I have completed this first task, and in order to mark this off for myself, I'm going to put double tildes around this item, and now it has been struck out, or it's been given the strike through formatting. And I made a little note about that in this second tip. You can add double tilde characters, that's this little character right here, and it will create a strike through effect when your file has a .md file extension. That stands for markdown. So I've struck out my first task, and I'm ready to get on to my next one. And when I'm ready, when I've completed that, I can strike out that task and just slowly work my way down until I've completed all of the tasks. All right, folks, thanks for watching these videos. I hope they help you get up and running with your first project. And please do remember that you can use Google to search for the things that you don't know how to do. And learning how to do that efficiently and effectively is one of the greatest skills you can have as a developer. So good luck, happy Googling, and we'll see you in class.